today I'm going to take MAC's Fix Plus. Just going to spray some of this all over my face. My skin lately has been feeling really dehydrated, so I've been starting like my makeup routine with Fix Plus because I find it is just so hydrating. The primer that I'm going to be using today is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I love this primer so much. It's my favorite primer for oily skin. It makes my makeup last all day. Just shaking it up. I'm just going to apply this all over my face. For my foundation today, what I've been doing recently is mixing the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation and the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation together. And I'm just going to take that combination and dot it around my face and then blend it out with my sponge. The reason that I've been mixing these two foundations together is because the Maybelline one, as it suggests in the name, is quite matte, and because my skin has been like a little bit dehydrated recently, mixing in the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea one just kind of adds a bit more hydration to the skin, and it also makes it look a lot more like luminous rather than that matte finish which the Maybelline one gives. Just gonna buff that out with my sponge. So this is my first video that I've filmed where I'm not just doing my makeup with like music over the top. This is the first video where I'm actually like talking as I'm doing the steps, which is like pretty nerve-wracking for me because personally I hate the sound of my voice. So when I go to edit this, I'm probably gonna be like, oh no. For my concealer recently, I have been obsessed with the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I know that everybody seems to have this on YouTube. But honestly it does live up to the hype. Like, it is a really amazing concealer, and I also love it because it's pale enough for my super fair skin, so definitely a new favourite of mine. So now that that concealer's all blended in, I'm taking the e.l.f. This is the sheer like high definition loose powder, and I'm just going to pop this on to powder my face. I find that when I press my powder, like loose powder, in with the sponge that I've used for my foundation that's a little bit damp, it just makes it melt into the skin so much nicer. And also sometimes with a brush, I find when I'm like sweeping it on, I lose some of the coverage, so really pressing the powder on with a sponge, make sure that the foundation and concealer underneath doesn't move around. Ooh. Okay, now I'm just gonna go and do my eyebrows and then I'll be straight back. Okay, so I'm back and I'm having the worst eyebrow day ever. Let's just all agree not to talk about my eyebrows and not look at them. I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow, but first I'm gonna take a brush and just dust off the extra powder, that e.l.f. powder. So after doing my eyebrows off camera, I also just put a base down on my eyelids. I'm just using the Tarte Shape Tape concealer and a pressed powder to set that in place. Now I'm gonna move on to the eyeshadow. So Naked is the first color I'm taking from the palette. I'm just gonna pop that in my crease. You can probably tell from the look of this palette that I love this palette so much. Like, it is so beat up and I've hit pan on so many of the shadows. The next shade I'm taking is Buck. I'm just taking Buck a bit tighter in the crease, like a bit lower down, not blending it up as much, and also on the outer part of my eyelid. So from the Naked Basics palette, I'm going to take the shade Faint. I'm just putting Faint in the most outer part of the eye. And then with the brush I was using before, I'm just going to blend it out a bit. I'm going to take the Maybelline, what is this called? Tattoo Metal 24 Hour. This is basically like a cream eyeshadow. This is what it looks like. And this is in the shade Barely Branded. And I'm gonna pop this on the inner half of my eyelid. Just apply it with my finger. These are like my favorite cream eyeshadows. To put on top of that cream eyeshadow from Maybelline, I'm gonna take the Nude palette from the Balm, and I'm gonna use the shade just here, Standoffish, and I'm going to pack that on my lid over top of the cream eyeshadow. Now I'm just going to take a clean blender brush and blend that all out. Just make sure it is well blended. So I'm pretty much done with the eyeshadow, but the next thing I'm going to do is take a white eyeliner and I just kind of put this underneath my brow. I find when I do this, it just makes my brows look so much more put together. It looks a bit weird at first, but once you blend it out and pop like a matte highlight shade on top, it looks really good. It's kind of like when you clean up your brows with a lighter concealer, but just with an eye pencil. I just blend that out with my finger. I'm also going to take this in my waterline. Now on a pencil brush, I'm just going to take that Naked shade and the Buck shade from the original Naked palette and mix it together on my lower lash line. Oh. Would help if you could see what I was doing. So now I'm going to move on to my face. I'm going to use the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette, and I'm going to take a mixture of this shade here and this shade here for just some bronzy contoury goodness. I just wanted to point out the t-shirt that I'm wearing today is from Shannon from ShanXO and White Fox Boutique's collection together. I love it so much. For blush, I'm taking Hot Mama blush by the Balm. This is what it looks like here. And then just to brighten my under eye, I'm going to take this banana shade from the NYX palette. And for my highlight today, I'm using the shimmery highlight shade from the NYX palette. Now I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes and apply some mascara. I'm going to use two mascaras today, the CoverGirl Super Shock and the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Now I've got mascara on my upper and lower lashes, and I'm going to move on to my lips. I'm taking the MAC Boldly Bare lip liner. Now that I have applied my lip liner, I'm going to take the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick. This one is the shade Truffle Rim, and I'm going to apply this to my lips. I love these liquid lipsticks. They are so good. I think what I love the most about them is they're not drying and they don't stain my lips. I have such struggles with finding liquid lipsticks that don't stain my lips, because I find they look nice when I first put them on, and then as they wear throughout the day, they disappear and they leave behind like a bright pink stain. These ones don't do that. So this here is the completed look. I hope you guys like it. This is something I've actually been wearing quite a lot. This is kind of my comfort zone recently. This is what I have been sticking to on a daily basis, so hope you guys like how it turned out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I also wanted to say thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I didn't expect that I would ever get to 100 subscribers, to be honest. I wanted to say thank you to those of you who follow me on Instagram or are subscribed to me here on my YouTube channel. It means so much to me to have you supporting me. Enough of the mushy stuff. I'm gonna go now, but I'll see you in my next video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!